King Charles appeared delighted today, as he was snapped attending a Sunday church service in Caithness during his annual break in Scotland. The royal, 74, mingled with other churchgoers outside Canisbay Church, which is the most northerly parish church in mainland Scotland. Charles is spending the first week of August at the Castle of May in Caithness, the former home of his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, before being joined at Birkhall by his wife. He donned traditional Scottish dress for church today, opting for a kilt in green, blue, red and black tartan. His Majesty complemented the garment with red knee socks, a tweed blazer and waistcoat, and traditional sporran. A small purple flower was tucked into his buttonhole, while a pocket square, which also seemed to boast a tartan print, was the finishing touch. The royal was spotted walking with parishioners, as well as with the Rev. Janet Easton Berry, smiling and chatting, even appearing to roar with laughter at one point. Following the service, the royal was snapped planting a tree in the grounds of the church. He was seen smiling as he got stuck into the dirty work, holding a spade and digging a hole in the ground in which to plant the sapling. His appearance today followed yesterday's engagement, when he attended his first May Highland Games since becoming monarch. For that outing, in the village of John O'Groats in Wick, he opted to wear a kilt made from the Prince Charles Edward Stuart tartan. The Prince Charles Edward Stuart tartan is a variation on the Royal Stuart tartan, which traces its origins back to the House of Stuart, according to the Scottish Register of Tartans. He paired the traditional kilt with a green tweed jacket and matching waistcoat and some thick red woolen socks. Arriving at the event, the king shook hands with members of the public, before taking his front row seat to watch the action. The event, which was founded in 1970 and is said to be the smallest Highland Games, started with some traditional dancing. There are over 60 Highland Games in Scotland every year, but the Braemar Gathering, which is held every September, was a particular highlight for the late Queen. Last year, Her Majesty was unable to attend the event due to ill health, meaning Charles had to step in for his mother at the last minute. Palace sources told the Daily Mail this week that there are no plans to mark the one-year anniversary of the Queen's death on September 8. His Majesty is expected to spend the day quietly reflecting on the moment at Birkhall, his home on the Balmoral estate. While various members of the family will have come and gone from Balmoral for summer holidays in the usual way, their Majesties will be spending September 8 quietly and privately, as Queen Elizabeth used to do on anniversary of her father's death, they stressed. Queen Elizabeth would always spend the anniversary of her late father King George VI's death privately at Sandringham. Among the extended Windsor clan who are due to stay at Balmoral this year are the Prince and Princess of Wales with George, Charlotte and Louis, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh and their teenage children, Louise and James. Also expected are Princess Anne and her husband Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, along with her son Peter Phillips and daughter Zara Tyndall, both with their broods, and Charles' cousin, Lady Sarah Chatto. Charles is continuing a tradition by visiting the May Highland Games as his grandmother used to attend annually before her death in 2002. The Queen Mother had close links with Caithness after buying the Castle of May in 1952 and became patron of the Games soon after.